I have never seen a month prediction of the weather like that. Alright, this is the fanciest ice box I've ever seen. Where does the ice, which side does the ice go on? Actually, okay. I think that's for, the pegs are for shelving. And then the ice would go on the left. Not, or maybe down, but it has to be above. Sure.
Let me get one side, you get one side. Just drag it out where we can both touch it. Really? Where? Oh, here. Don't move. I'm gonna reach behind you and I'm gonna push.
Alright, I'm getting kicked out. So just quick, I guess, look at things. Wow. Old wheelchair. Oh, school. Alright. Alright, yeah, I'm making my way. Yeah, I'm good. I just
Okay. This is a really good expedition.
Yeah.
The addition of our guns. We got a real, somebody gave us a whole set.
So yeah, one person?
Yes.
Wow. They quite a collection.
They have been collecting. I mean, there's some big time guns and dolls.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, yep. You got dolls. Yeah.
Well, so now I see you to come by.
All right. I guess I got lucky with the museum being open. I mean, they're not open on Monday, but they were doing some work, so I just caught them at the right time. They kicked me out a little early, I think, but that's fine. I was able to read quite a bit. Okay, it's the library is to the right. Just want to see if I can get on the internet. I know they're closed. They got a flashing sign that says they're open. But on the Google Maps it said, oh, unless I were looking at the wrong, was I looking at the wrong library? Or is this open thing? Ashdown code enforcement. So I don't know, I'll just try the door. So within 10 seconds she kicked me out, claiming that there was some kind of COVID issue. She has nothing posted on the front doors of that library. I feel like I'm getting picked on. I made a little argument with her, didn't record it. I just put a review on Google reviews about it. Some kind of creature goes in and stacks mud so high. That's about 5 inches. There's a lot of mudfish. Fish that just live in the man-made creek. So there's this house right next to Walmart. And it looks like it just got abandoned. Oh, a nice step up. The lights don't work, right? Yeah. Step up to the shower. Maybe it's still in the process of being moved out of. Still a lot of nice stuff here, but people do abandon some amazing things. You can see the Walmart. That thing's thrown out into the yard. I just don't understand what compels people to leave like that. Calculator. Huh. Oh, a little money too. Oh no, batteries. I knocked on the door and then tried to open it, and it opened. Nice little bag there. I'm thinking it's all abandoned. Why wouldn't you lock the door? There's Walmart again. So interesting. It looks like homeless people might have come in here. This is a laundry area. It doesn't stink. The air inside actually seems kind of clean. So strange. Yeah, it doesn't work, of course. Okay, that fridge gives a smell. Maybe because it just recently was moved out of. That's why it doesn't stink so much. Well, it's locked from this side, so I should be able to, yeah, open her up. Man, this house is too nice. Pure color, soft. This house is too nice for any owners to completely abandon it. They propped this window door open. Yeah, look at that. It just opens right up. I was just sneaking through the yard. And it really had this evidence, all this evidence in front that had me suspecting it was abandoned. So I just let myself in. I like this car garage. Pull right in. You don't need a fully enclosed car garage. And then the neighbors over here are a business. 2 satellites. They were trapping something. Patio that overlooks Walmart. I don't know about that. You're not getting any privacy. G.I. Joe figures. Jack. You're not getting any privacy. I would definitely want a fence. So this is one of your more, hey, a nice cutting board. Jeez, I could kind of use a cutting board. I mean, no, I'm good with cutting boards, actually. Nice grass on here. Wow. I'll pick this grass. All right, moving away from that house, that nice house in good shape next to Walmart sterile, going across this field. I think like some kind of homeless person, possibly. It's kind of a worn trail, but I did see a deer coming in. Somebody left a nice chair behind, a nice foldable chair. I find a few of those around, but I never have enough room in my car for that kind of luxury. Looks like it's abandoned to me, behind some I don't know, lumber place in the woods. But no, nothing else though. No camping equipment. At least it might be buried if it is. Pine needles tend to bury things quickly. So I took my walking sticks out, went for a walk around the Walmart with the hope of finding a little grass for the teapot, and found a lot behind that house. And there's also wild grass too. This wild grass would take a little bit longer to gather. Hey, you see, this is the springtime grass, so it's only a few inches. Take a little bit longer. That yard grass grows very fast. It loves human interaction. Grass does best with human interaction, I think. All right, pretty much any spot that's hidden from Walmart is good, but this is a little spot I designated for doing suspension training on this tree and some pole jumping. It's pretty nice. Didn't have to bring too much. Teapot for grass, which is full. You know, this stick has been really good and going through thick brush. So I'll plant it, angle it ahead a little bit, and then push into the weed to get by. And I'll do that with both hands too on either side, so I'll clear a nice temporary path as I get through. Right, my elbow has been giving me so many problems that I decided to get this $13 knee sleeve just so I could hold a magnet there. That's the exact spot that I feel the tenderness. It's come about from the walking sticks, and I want to stop this. I gotta stop it. Alright. Alright, so the library doesn't have Wi-Fi, but they should have electricity, which is fine by me. I don't need to get distracted by the Wi-Fi. Jansen Park Registered Historical Place. Wow. As far back as 1896, it's a storage shack. And they got a description, an explanation. This cabin was built in 1851. All right. See, it wouldn't look like this back in 1851. It's too bad. You know, when you think, wow, you know, historical. This is the cabin from 1851. It didn't look like this back then. It was a lot fresher lumber. I don't recall ever mixing lemon juice with honey, sweet and sour together. It's a pretty good combination. You know, honey might actually be tolerable in the summertime, mixed with lemon juice, because I definitely would not consume honey by itself in the summertime. I do in the wintertime. It's okay. All right, we might have a bit of a cop town here in on Mina Street. We back the blue. Who backs the blue? Is that a residence? Office. It says office. For sale. So, might have been somebody who previously lived here and then... Uh-oh. There's all kinds of lights on. It's hard to say. Okay, it's actually a real estate agent then. Vision Realty. Diana Duggan, she backs the blue. She wouldn't happen to be a police commissioner. Alright, this is city property. They keep all their utility work, parks and recreation. And they also have the skate park here. Now, it looks used. You can see by the rust. So it gives me the impression they took this away. They gave it and then took it away. Don't tell me this was for COVID. I wonder where it was. So I'm making a 1 mile walk from the library to the Walmart. I think I'll stay the night. It looks pretty friendly enough, even though it's kind of a police city. I haven't really seen cops patrolling much, but I haven't been out enough, I guess. So I was facing the road over here, and I had to get on the road to cross. It's kind of a short bridge. Then I look off to the side, and this is pretty rare to see, but somebody built, the city probably built a little bridge that goes across the creek. They put a lot of work into it, but now have abandoned it. Wow, a lot of these trees could be walking sticks. Nice straight. This one right here, they shrink down. That would be a good size. They shrink down. You got to factor that in. Well, this is a vine is blocking the way. This is a pretty neat bridge, but it was built a long time ago. As you can tell, it's growing in to the the trees, and something, a rail fell. There's more turnoffs for that trail. Go straight up to this house. Is this house abandoned? Broken window. Ceiling fan is bent down. Broken chair. But the lawn is mowed. Looks dirty. Broken screen. Dumped thing. Old used rat trap. Looks like a new lock. All the curtains cover the windows. I'm just coming up to the back side. Attempts to rebuild, covered all the windows. Nice hose, so hose is a sign. I think it's being used. A gate. And they live next to the train. Wow. How did you like to live next to that? There, the gate is closed. I don't believe there's any cars that are going to be here. You check for the electrical. Oh my God, a car's here, but it's so old. It looks like antique. I don't think this is. Yeah, door's locked. So they got a nice looking antique car in there. I don't know. All windows closed. Oh, here we go. Door blocked by the washing machine. I think this is, oh, ants. Ants are very active. So there's some goodies inside. Instead of carrying around a little shovel to cover up my poop jobs, these sticks really help. I just dig a little dirt with the sticks and toss it over. Good to go, like a cat. There was a time where people put a lot of effort into piling rocks and cementing them in between each other. They focus on, well, I don't even know. There's parts that look maybe cemented. Some parts actually just look like rocks piled on top of each other. Like this, really looks like they cemented it because it was going to be unstable. You can see they clearly cemented these. It's a whole section that broke off from erosion pushing on it too hard. The next section's probably pushed over. They did that on the whole way down. These neighborhoods don't look too dangerous to me for like legal reasons, for like law enforcement issues. A lot of these houses have extensions on top of extensions. This one failed. They don't have any regulation on their extensions. The only part of this house that has failed is the extension part. They had to make it 2 stories. The best way to get ahead of a First Baptist church is to call yourself Primitive Baptist Church. That makes it sound like it came even before the First Baptist Church. I'll make a Baptist church, call it the Big Bang Baptist Church. Right, coming down this hill, I don't think it's used a whole lot. And it's hard to tell who this belongs to, but I'm gonna take a look at what they got in here. It looks like it's open for looking. It's just this open shed. Just sitting here. See, that's kind of a sign of what this town is like. They kind of mind their own business, not so much crime, so they leave things open and laying around. There's quite a few houses that genuinely look abandoned. This one looks abandoned. I mean, there's a broken thing, maybe a bird perched on the thing. Oh, they got a doormat though, and electricity. Yeah, probably not, but a lot of them are. This pink building is a movie theater. I wonder if they've opened up yet for COVID. So I question what happened with this city. Did they have, was it a mining town in some way? Because they seem to have spent a lot of resources early on, and then that just stopped, and it's now in decay. But people are using cheaper resources now and building on to top of things like two garages, a garage on top of a garage, and I don't know, a front porch and on top of a front porch. They just do it, and it doesn't seem like there's any regulation. I don't think anything's in this shed. I'm not going to walk up to it. Let's just call it empty. Look at these windows, though. Smash through the back. Take whatever's inside. They tied their door to the stop sign. Nice. Let's go take a look inside an abandoned house quick. See people live around it. But this, oh, they might, no, they're not doing anything to this. They still got mail. Door is just falling straight down. It's nice and airy. So maybe this is the kitchen, bedroom, ceiling fan, of course. Those are probably pretty popular here. Yeah, bathroom. Okay, so they lost some walls. Yeah, not the biggest house. They definitely did a good job cleaning it out. They even cleaned out the unwanted stuff. What is this? Oh, for the toilet. The toilet pipe. It's not for sale. It just sits there gutted out. Move-in special. Alright, I'm a little unsure about this Walmart mango. It's brown on the inner outside. I tasted it. It tastes okay, but it's brown. So that's interesting. Never had this before ever. Extra brown on the end. Walmart's taking down the sign. Check that out. Or readjusting it. Oh, my bad. It looks like he's just readjusting it. The wind might have blown it. I thought they were officially taking the sign down here. Okay, he's just... Alright, my mistake. He just has to re-secure it because it's going to be up for the long haul. So you can see a little bit in this abandoned house again. I came back up. It's completely abandoned. Furniture left behind. Alright, next to that abandoned house that I looked inside, I took a trail over here, and it's really hard to tell if this one's abandoned or not. I think they got a slide back door, a broken window. That aluminum side is I believe to be like a slide door or something. But it's the lawn looks like it's taken care of. The house not so much. It's really difficult to tell. I don't believe this truck's been in use for a while. It's like it hasn't been in use since last summer or something. Really hard to tell. Two houses next to each other, and he's running a business too. next to the AutoZone. Some kind of small motors. At least he keeps his yard clean, he or she. So strange. Doc's Auto Parts. So they're selling auto repairs. I think they're out of business. Next to the Walmart right here. There's this grackle on top of the tree tweeting away. It's out in the middle of no grackles land. Big-tailed grackles aren't supposed to be coming all the way up here. It's the only one. I don't think I'll see any more. You can't expect this grackle to know that it thrives best in the central to west Texas, even New Mexico and Arizona. This grackle doesn't know that. It doesn't know what the Southwest desert looks like, most likely. Yeah, so I cut back on peanuts, and then today I eat a bunch, and my heart feels like it's under assault. It almost feels caffeine-like I got some kind of caffeine, but it's just throwing my beats off rhythm. So peanuts are a real big problem for me. All right, so this library has been here since 1987 and has never had Wi-Fi. They've never had Wi-Fi. I'm getting into that kind of territory. That's amazing. Oh, and there's a museum. I don't know what this building is behind it. It looks like it may have been a bank at one time. Behind the library. And then there's a museum, but I think I might have missed the open hours. I don't know. It closed at 1 and it's only like 8 minutes after 1, so I might have missed it. You cannot look in here at all. Wow. Okay. Alright, this is getting scary for Wi-Fi at libraries. Now I have to question, is there Wi-Fi? I'm getting into that territory. You know, in Utah, they cut out a lot of websites, and that was very restrictive. But what about places that don't even have free Wi-Fi at libraries? The libraries in Utah at least had some Wi-Fi at in the small towns. But this is the second city in a row. The last city did not have any Wi-Fi either. Right, so libraries that way. They said that Atlas Coffee offers free Wi-Fi, and so we're here, just gonna stand out in front. Hey, yeah, the library told me that you guys offer free Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Okay, well, looks all. Is it Sonic Wall? Is it Sonic Wall?
It's Espresso 18. You'll probably have to be in here to do
I see a Atlas Coffee co-guest.
Yes. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, that's right. It has a lock. It has a paddle lock on it.
Because you have to do the password.
Okay.
Espresso 18, right in there.
Okay.
Yeah, go stand right over there, and you should be able to connect.
All right. The Atlas Coffee Shop. The Atlas Coffee Shop only has enough Wi-Fi power, even for my Samsung iPad or tablet. Only has enough power inside. I stand outside and I see the signal just barely. I am really surprised. I'm only 30 feet away. 20 feet, 30 feet. It's crazy. Looks like an old courthouse. Alright, what's in the history? We'll take a peek here. All categories. What's nearby? Devil's Backbone, Northwest. A Massard. Cemetery, Fort Smith. Oh yeah, I've seen I probably covered this. Yeah, I think I did. This is a protected wetland behind the Walmart. And a beaver has been very active chewing down trees. I think because, look at this, it's got the chew marks all over on these trees. And then they're just carried away. There's no trees laying down. You see some off in the distance being piled up. Beaver's very active out here. So you got to protect that activity. And I was planning on going around. Doesn't look too possible because fence is in the way. There's supposed to be a road behind, but it doesn't look very reachable. Too bad a beaver couldn't make a bridge for me. They got this fence right up along, and probably, yeah, the pond probably extends past the fence. This protected fence. So I ran across this field with my walking sticks. I could move pretty fast. Found good patches of green grass on that edge. Don't look great on this edge. And I don't know, it took like maybe 10 minutes to fill up my teapot. Worth it. Chives do pretty good in this part of Arkansas. And of course Kansas too. It's a whole patch of them. They grow faster than the grass in the springtime. You see them all popped up all around the area here in this open field. I don't quite know who owns it, the apartments or the houses. It's not too well protected though. Uh-oh. I think this is an old folks home. Birds can't poop everywhere. I see this has plenty of stains. Birds perching in this tree here over this nice grass. They can't poop everywhere. I'd hand pick it. I guess I have to inspect it blade by blade if I want to try to pick around bird poop. I guess this cemetery doesn't really have regulation. Look at that, something's already flying away. Always the brightest star, you deserve to be noticed. She died young. Must have been a traumatic thing that happened. So they got some old grave markers here. Some doctor born in 1866 and died in 1915. Died at 49, just short of 50. A doctor way back then, but it still is a guy who spent time studying his health and didn't even make it to 50. That's like what I have to look forward to. See some real authentic old gravestones here. 1867, 1836, just down the line. These skinny ones tend to be for kids. Tend to be. 1872 to 1890. When they're thin like this, from the old days, well, this one's thin, 1812 to 1861. The briefer life, the earlier immortality, written in probably 1904. Alright, for a second I thought this one had the middle finger up for Charlotte Subtle, but it's the index finger. She's going to heaven. This is almost a grave for grave markers. Falling apart. How long has this leaning one got? I could push it over. Sure, it's got a couple of months left. I walk through neighborhoods to show off my amazing stick walking skills. You know, a water crossing is no problem because my sticks don't mind getting a little wet. You can tell this part of the Walmart is not parked at a lot. white concrete and no oil stains. This is the peaceful part. Man, these forests get so thick in Arkansas. But I mean, it's not much different than Wisconsin. It's just not those type of forests where pioneers report they can drive their wagons between the trees, like in Washington. These bones look like they've been here. Yeah, there's no smell whatsoever. They've been here for a while. Some chew marks. It's spread out. It's still holding up though. There's nothing but bone holding them. That's what the spine does, is interlocks. There's no tissue. Like fitting a puzzle together. I think it's probably a deer. It got spread out. Yeah, probably a deer. Got leg bones. Oh man, ants are living under. Alright, looks like I got another one of those huntsman spiders that just ducked underneath now. You can barely see it now. Well, looking at it through the window on the mirror. Alright, it's getting a little nervous about me. Getting closer. Oh well. I don't think they bite. I won't attack it. Alright, there weren't any no trespassing signs coming to this river edge. It seems like it's kind of a farmer's deal. They got 6 lines of barbed wire fence. Grass looks good. I think I want to pick some grass. I brought a teapot out. I guess it's still early in the spring. Oh, no more fence. So they cut it to a certain end. And I really didn't see any evidence of cows or anything. Oh my God, what a drop. That, wow, there's a hawk. Oh my God, this could fall over. Probably a good rain would knock it over. Good grass on the edge though. Yeah, all along the edge. What a drop. Can that be made on? I'm above a lot of trees. Wow. But this is the Missouri River. So yeah, there's a lot of nice grass on the edge. I saw it on the map. I wanted to check it out, and it's pretty majestic. You can see the river. Where am I? Boonesville Historic Bridge or something. Alright, I chewed on this leaf a little bit, this non-grass leaf, and it reminds me of the mustard leaf. Put 2 leaves in the pot. I think it's probably going to be safe. I could probably put more, actually. So I guess this field was developed maybe by the farmer on the edge of the river. It's about 5 vultures and a tree over there. Got a little bit of a look down below. You can see that people are tossing their trash. This is a trash dump of old appliances of various kinds. They dump it off the edge over there. I think they dump because there's this land feature that blocks view from the river. But I mean, the trees block that view. So this isn't going to be a spot that's seen very well, easily. Vultures never make a sound when they fly for their lives. They never communicate with each other. They are the quietest birds I've ever seen. They say nothing to each other at all. Dead silence. Well, I packed this teapot pretty easily. It's places like this where I wish I brought 2 teapots. I never know. Yeah, if you can sneak out here. They got 2 gates that would normally be locked, I think. I don't know why. Got my teapot over there. but they have them open, and nobody's back here. Is that a railroad track? So they leave the gates open, and they don't even have anybody coming back out here. So, but I mean, you could walk back here. That gate would stop the cars, but it's not hard to climb over the gate. It's a gate more specifically designed to stop livestock from going past the boundaries. But there's no livestock around, so they keep the gates open. They seem to primarily do hay. I think it's good grass, so it's the good farmer grass. So they likely do more agriculture. So I suppose like parts of the desert of the southwest, you see all that red dirt around. You would see that red dirt around here, but the vegetation does so well that it's covered. Actually, I think this is Ozark, not Boonesville. So I keep thinking this is Ozark, the gateway to the Ozarks. So Ozark built this nice little gym for adults next to the swimming pool. It looks pretty nice. I guess kids could use it too. Alright, the rain is testing my waterproof seal in my car. Already it leaks in the front door from all the opening and closing, but pieces are coming off of the caulk from the sunroof caulking job. I might need to re-caulk that. Alright, in Ozark still. I'm gonna stay another day. Coming to the library from the grocery store. No password. How many libraries advertise that? In my experience, it's very, very rare. This might sound kind of weird, but I've never seen a raised tennis court like this. They raised it up. That takes extra bricks. I think I'm gonna hit it with my walking sticks and see if it sounds hollow in the center. It doesn't really sound hollow. They probably filled it in with sand and then put the top on. Gar Creek. Okay. Gar Creek? So this isn't the Missouri River? Alright, I'm pretty sure this is a fake horse over here. It hasn't moved in the past few minutes. I've been watching. Oh, does a fake horse influence real horses? Because there's two other horses that look a little more real that don't move at all. I think they got fake horses in a fenced-in area. Is that some kind of a protest? Because the city might have banned horses from their yard. They actually put a picture of a person with their dog on a leash here. You never see a picture, but you also never see a picture in the theater, this outdoor theater. You never see a picture of somebody in the theater without any explanation of who this person is. It's just a picture of an old woman staring at us, and she's not even graffitied. Talk about a very respectful community, not to graffiti, not to even put a mustache on her. Very respectful community here in Ozark. I like that. If you're gonna train hop, this would be the train to ride for following the Missouri River. What are the most scenic train rides to take? Because this looks like it would be up there in a quality train hop and ride. Something I would never do, but I mean, it takes a path that normal cars don't. So you get a nice, unique perspective on the landscape apart from regular driving. Alright, so near the museum, they got pictures of old versions of this historic bridge. And I see this square, and I'm like, why is there this empty space of concrete? And you see the chairs off in the distance. They pulled them over for COVID. Man, these people took some crazy steps. Like the chair sitting in this square is going to spread COVID. Like people even really came here anyway to sit in those chairs. It's just crazy people. Skirmishes at Roseville. So they burnt the cotton and drove the defenders back. The Southerners got driven back. Texas lost. Confederate moves south. What a statement, huh? You go burn the cotton to send a message that they want to stop slavery.